Shaq on endorsing FTX. I was just a paid spokesperson. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. You still should do your due diligence. Remember, Shaq is the same person that attacked Kyrie Irving for posting a link on something and talk so much smack. I mean, I'm so disappointed at Shaq. I used to be a fan of Shaq. I am no longer after what happened with the whole Kyrie Irving thing and him blasting Kyrie Irving. And people are a lot more hurt from what you did from endorsing this company than anything Kyrie Irving did. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. And there's also a link to my Instagram. And I also check out my shop where I have I Will Not Comply t-shirts. All right, let's talk about this news. Basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal insisted that he is skeptical of cryptocurrency despite his recent endorsement of the now collapsed digital asset empire run by Sam Bankman-Fried. Cryptocurrency exchange FTX filed for bankruptcy last month, and I covered that after users learned that the company was intertwined with sister firm Alameda Research. Both were controlled by Bankman-Fried and other amateur executives working from a luxury penthouse in the Bahamas. The entrepreneur was arrested this week by authorities in the island nation where his companies were headquartered as American officials unsealed criminal charges against him. And, you know, it's been alluded to, and I even alluded to, that the reason why he got arrested is so he didn't have to testify before the committee. Bankman-Fried spent millions of dollars recruiting celebrities as brand ambassadors in a marketing blitz as the company became increasingly strapped for cash. O'Neal was featured in an FTX commercial as recently as June. Quote, "I'm excited to be partnering with FTX to help make crypto accessible to everyone," he said. "I'm all in. Are you?" And again, people lost a lot of money. People's pensions was tied to this. And because of Shaq's endorsement, I can imagine how many people actually went in and bought into this company because of him. And yet he bashed Kyrie Irving for posting a freaking link that with no endorsement. He just posted the link for people to look at for themselves and comes to their own conclusions. But the four-time NBA champion distanced himself from FTX during an interview with CNBC this week, claiming that he was not associated with the company beyond his appearance in the advertisement. Quote, "A lot of people think I'm involved, but I was just a paid spokesperson for a commercial," he remarked. "I have nothing to hide. If I was heavily involved, I would be at the forefront saying, hey, but I was just a paid spokesperson." O'Neal said in the commercial that he checked his FTX account daily. When asked by CNBC if he's presently bullish on cryptocurrency, he offered a one-word answer: no. This guy is despicable. And mind you, going back to the Kyrie thing, this is the same person that blasted Kyrie, but at the same time, he played his movie theater, showed that movie that he criticized. So you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's just full of hypocrisy. Among other cultural icons, FTX solicited to appear in advertisements were Golden State Warriors point guard Steph Curry, celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary, and that one shocked me there, Kevin O'Leary, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady, and his supermodel ex-wife Giselle Bonchin. I can't pronounce her last name. The company reportedly offered singer-songwriter Taylor Swift a sponsorship deal worth $100 million because Bankman-Fried was a diehard fan. Many of the influencers are now the subject of a lawsuit claiming they participated in a, quote, fraudulent scheme meant to fool unsophisticated investors. O'Leary, who said he lost approximately $15 million in digital assets and equity he earned as a spokesperson of FTX, testified before the Senate Banking Committee on Wednesday about potential regulations on the nascent sector. Some people speculate that this is a setup to try to regulate cryptocurrency because they can't really keep track of this stuff. I'm not really for regulation on this. But, quote, "The collapse of FTX is nothing new. While this situation is painful for shareholders, employees, and account holders, in the long run, it does not change this industry's premise, argued the entrepreneur who holds investments in other cryptocurrency companies. I agree. It doesn't change. It shouldn't change anything when it comes to cryptocurrency. It's up to you to do your due diligence when you put your money into these accounts. Hopefully, they're run by smart people. I mean, when you first look at the guy that run this company, he wear khaki shorts. He's meeting all these important people. He doesn't wear suits and things like that with the hair and all of that. You really take this guy seriously? You guys decided to give your money to a guy like him? I mean, it is what it is. You can't blame anyone but yourself for this. But, quote, Enron came and went and had no impact on the energy markets. Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers' demise had no impact on the long-term potential of American debt and equity markets. The Securities and Exchange Commission has officially charged Bankman-Fried with fraud, wire fraud conspiracy, securities fraud conspiracy, and money laundering. A complaint from the agency alleges that he used commingled funds to make undisclosed venture investments, lavish real estate purchases, and large political donations. Just and it's crazy. This guy should get a lot of prison time. The disgraced entrepreneur, who has been denied bail due to the significant flight risk he possessed, could spend as much as 115 years in prison if convicted on all counts, and rightfully so. He took these people money, and then he act like he didn't know. Like he blamed everyone else but himself. He goes around he was going around doing these interviews, blaming his girlfriend, blaming all this other everyone except for him when he is the CEO. So ultimately, the buck stops with you. And I watched the committee when they was questioning the new CEO of the company, and he was blasting Bankman-Fried. He was like, this guy had no idea what he was doing. You know, he was taking the money and putting it in these accounts and all. I mean, it was just blasting him, and he couldn't believe some of the stuff that he found when he took over this company. And hopefully justice will be served. Maybe some of the funds, some of the money people will get back, especially the pensions that was tied to this. But ultimately, the decision when you put your money is up to you, and stuff like this, it happens. That's what happens in the free market. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.